No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. You knew that we were going to have to revisit this topic after last week's viral explosion as the world became aware of exactly what went down between my man Lil Kelpy and Almighty Suspect. So how are you feeling at this point? It's been what, like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I think like 3 weeks or something like that since it happened.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Bro, I'm honestly feeling pretty good. I've been blowing up my YouTube a little bit after that incident, so
really,
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Have you had like every single person in your entire life hit you up about it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Honestly though, like a lot of my old homies and shit, they wasn't even hitting me up about it.
Really?
Yeah, it was mostly just like random people.
They're not on the internet enough to like see it?
They're on the internet, bro. They don't really care enough. I guess they kind of know me. They know the type of shit I be getting into, so I don't even bother.
What's the primary criticism that you've been seeing in response as a result of that?
I think the number one thing is like people trying to say that if they were in my shoes that it would have gone differently,
right? And
they would have swung back and stuff. But I know a lot of y'all probably couldn't even see the angle and shit because you was blocking it and like people was standing in front of me. But I was trying to get some swings in on him like when I was getting beat on.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, I can't blame you for the way that went down. And can you have them like turn it down out there because I can fucking hear it. It's so annoying. But I can't blame you for the way that it went down just because it's like we're in this podcast environment and I've been doing this for a million fucking years and I've never even came close realistically to anything happening while I've been on camera that was close to that. Yeah. So it's like you're just not expecting it to get to that level. Now, I will... Yeah, like he did kind of like stand up and throw his fucking headphones off, and you were a little delayed in your reaction.
My reaction was too slow, bro. I was sipping that kratom, and I was just like, I wasn't in the right headspace. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what was coming when I called him a bitch, but at the same time, like I was high.
You be off the kratom like that?
Yeah.
What effect does that have on you?
It's like an opioid, bro. I'm using it to quit drink and Percocet and all that shit. I haven't touched that shit in months. So
is it good? It's like that? Like chills you out?
It's pretty similar. It chills me out, relaxes me, makes me sleepy and everything.
I must have done the wrong kratom, dude, because I tried that shit back in the day. You gotta get that shit
online. I'm trying to get a sponsorship for it because I'll be honest, so heavy. But nah, if you get the good shit, bro, it'll put you out.
Wow, yeah. I love that kratom played a role in how this went down.
I mean, I'm not using it as an excuse. Like my reaction time was just too slow because my reaction time was too slow. But I was high, and that probably played some type of role in just how I.
Who influenced you to get into kratom? Was it Joe Rogan?
Nah. I don't even be watching Joe Rogan like that or really any podcast. But basically I was just like, I need to quit drink mostly because it was eating up my money and I was getting withdrawals and shit every time I didn't have it. So I was looking for, a replacement, an affordable replacement. I just found that. So,
Well, shout out to kratom. Anyway, so all right, this is my thing about this is that I felt like I didn't realize the extent to which you were sort of hyped up to confront Suspect. And I didn't see a full interview, but I heard that there was an interview on another platform where I saw a clip on Reddit. That's where everybody should watch this clip. Is basically you sort of talking like in an angry way, and ODM Slim sort of like hyping you up in terms of like not taking the kind of abuse that you kind of took in the initial episode with Sharp and Suspect. Would you say that that's fair?
Yeah, I don't even want to throw it like it was ODM's fault or the other dude. Shout out to Jinx. It was Drinks with Jinx podcast I was on. I don't want to blame those two for, I'm saying my reaction to that. I was just like, fed up kind of from the disrespect, not even just from them, but from everybody. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the way I would be if I wasn't on camera on a podcast.
So on that initial one with Sharp and Suspect, do you feel like you were kind of restrained in terms of how you...
I was 100% just trying to keep it professional, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to go off or nothing, not trying to throw any shade their way. I was just like, I knew what they was doing. They was trying to get the views. Obviously, that's what pays the bills.
Right.
So I was just kind of sitting there taking it, you know what I'm saying? But after that, I was like, I should have, spoke my mind a little more. So that's what I did in the next one.
But so did ODM tell you that you shouldn't have just sat there and fucking have them yell at you on that first episode?
He was telling me basically like, yo, bro, like you can't let another man disrespect you and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but this is a camera thing. Like I felt like it would be different, But at the same time, he was kind of telling me after the fight, he was like, bro, why was you giving him that energy and all this? Like, why'd you do that? So I was like, you know what? I was just doing what I felt. I wasn't really listening to nobody else.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, what was it, though, that, like, made it get that aggressive? Because it felt like you calling him a bitch. Like, for sure, there's no excuse to ever hit a guest on a podcast.
I mean, yeah.
But at the same time, if there was going to be something that you could say verbally, let's be real, when it comes to like street shit or pimps or whatever.
I know what I was doing when I said
if you
that,
say bitch, if you say faggot, I mean, maybe even you could throw weirdo in the category. These are words that like realistic are going to make like a very large percentage of people just swing on you.
Yeah, they're fighting words.
And so in that moment, it was almost like, it was kind of hard for me to be 100% upset with Suspect just because I felt like you kind of were provoking it to an extent.
No, and I'm the same way. I knew exactly what I was doing when I said it.
Right.
I was like, yeah, he's going to get pissed at this. I did, however, think it was going to go down outside. I didn't think it was going to go down right here. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what I was doing, provoking him like that.
But so you weren't worried in that moment of like actually catching a fair one with him? That didn't seem like a bad idea.
A fair one, bro, like win or lose, I would have done it. And in fact, like if y'all was able to set up some type of boxing ring where we could, you know, give some money to charity or like a good cause, I would for sure be down to run that.
That's not the worst idea I ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we leave the guns out of it, you know, leave
the boxing
leave the violence.
Ring, boxing ring with guns.
If it's for a good point, like, that shit would be dope.
Yeah, we definitely are gonna have to leave the guns out for sure. Yeah, that's not acceptable.
No, most definitely not.
But okay, so then it happens, and like my recollection of it is I thought it was pretty iconic that you said you're still a bitch like from the couch after that.
Bro, I mean, I stood on what I said. You know, getting my ass beat. It's happened before. I wasn't gonna change how I felt about it.
Right. And then ODM was kind of like, you see a little bit of it in the clip, but I heard more of it after the fact, where he was like pretty upset about the way that you were sort of handling yourself in that episode. Like what was the tone of you guys' discussions after the fact?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I fuck with ODM and everything, but he was like, you know, a dad scolding me for fucking up and, you know, getting my ass whooped.
Right.
Type shit.
But was it like kind of contradictory because he was also the one who was basically telling you that you should have stood up to him and Sharp?
Yeah, it was definitely like some contradiction in what he was saying. But you know what? Like I said, I don't blame him for my actions on that podcast. I blame myself for those actions. I took the consequences. I moved on from it.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're still working with ODM?
That's like a misconception a lot of people have. Like, people think he's my manager.
I thought that as well.
Yeah, no. Like, I met him on another podcast with like Big Weavy or something.
Okay.
And we were just chatting it up, and then he like gave me my number. I gave him, you know, we gave each other our numbers, and then just started talking. But it was more like some big homie shit. Okay. Definitely not manager though.
So you guys were just hanging out at that time, and he was just kind of putting you on game, or what?
I hadn't even met him in person. I met him in person at the Jinx with Drinks podcast, or Drinks with Jinx. Sorry.
Did you feel like he was trying to have you be the next Crip Mac?
I don't even know if he wanted to. I don't think he wanted me to be the next Crip Mac.
It's hard to be the next Crip Mac.
Yeah,
that's a lot to bite off.
I think he just wanted me to go up, you know, capitalize off my image and stuff, which is what I was trying to do. But he definitely pointed me in the right direction to that. So shout out ODM.
But you never had a conversation about finances or him managing you or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. He wanted to make it clear to me from the beginning, like, bro, I'm going to give you good advice. I'm going to point you in the right direction to make you the connects, but you're not going to pay me. I'm not going to pay you. Like, this isn't a manager situation.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm still a free agent. I don't got no manager.
Interesting. You're open to that, though? You're looking for it?
To be honest, I mean, I can probably manage myself. Maybe in the future, bigger financial decisions.
It is interesting. I feel like you've had like enough viral moments so far. Like the Soft White Underbelly shit was definitely a fucking moment. How many views is that at?
Shit, I think it's almost at 2 mil, like 1.5.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And then like the fucking fight obviously was this whole thing.
Yeah, that
like,
thing's going crazy right now.
And now it's like everybody just like wants to know who the fuck are these people involved in all this. So like, how do you feel like you're going to be able to take this? Because some people were kind of shocked that you were cool with the idea of it coming out.
Oh, 100% I was cool with that.
Yeah.
Because like when I left, everyone was like, we're going to keep this quiet for now and stuff. I was like, I mean, I don't need to hide the truth from nobody.
Right.
I got my ass beat. Like, it's happened before. It'll happen again. Right. I got a wild mouth.
Well, a lot of people would prefer to keep it off camera. I mean,
I ain't like that.
I was doing it more for like self-serving reasons when we first had that conversation because I'm just thinking like, oh, this makes us look crazy. This is ridiculous. But then once I have a little bit of time to look back at it, I'm like, well, actually, it's like the most viral fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
We both profit off of it. We both have been. So, yeah. I didn't take it as like, oh, I want to keep this under closed doors, you know, like keep it quiet. I was like, it happened. Let's capitalize off of it.
Right. Yeah. So how does all this impact your original mission? Because when you went on Soft White Underbelly, it seemed like you were really like committed to this pimp life.
I'm still committed to the game. I don't want to speak on that too much, but now I'm starting to get into the legal money stuff, and I'm starting to enjoy it. But I still do what I do on the side, you know. But originally I went on Soft White Underbelly basically to just get my girl's image out there because I was like really slow in the beginning. I had just jumped into the game, and then I wanted to kind of just get their image out there and stuff like that, and that worked. But it wasn't even for me. It was more so for them.
Right. I mean, that was a big part of the argument that you were having with the Suspect was like, who has bitches? I mean,
I don't got no bitches.
Do you feel like the bitches are going to flock more after that thing? Is that caused more bitches to tap in?
That's been the case so far, yeah.
It has been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy shit, but
and you're trying to be like a digital pimp. You're trying to like do the whole OnlyFans thing, or what's your vision for how you can make money with women?
With OnlyFans, I kind of want my girls to do their thing on OnlyFans, and then with the game, I want to keep that traditional, keep it the way it's been because it's been working. But yeah, no, OnlyFans, like my girls are winning off that. I want them to keep winning off that, and then I'm just trying to win off this YouTube shit. Maybe music because I'm not like hustling with that hard right now. But if I could do some more shit with music, I'd definitely.
How's the music going?
I mean, I'm on a creative block right now, to be real.
Really?
Yeah, like
even all this shit hasn't brought the inspiration out of you?
Because like, it's brought out inspiration, but it's brought out inspiration in the ways of like, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff that's just kind of clout chasing and not really talking about my personal life. I'm trying to just focus on like my street shit, my actual life going on for my music, and not really involve all this in it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to like comment on this stuff through music?
Definitely not through music. I'll do that through YouTube.
You're not going to do a diss track?
Bro, if Blueface would be down to get a diss track going with me, I'd do it. But otherwise, nah, I'm gonna stay off that.
Why Blueface?
Because I seen Blueface did like a little, I guess like a live video stream where he was like freestyling over a Almighty diss track, and he was kind of just like talking his shit. And Blueface is a guy I fuck with, so I'd definitely be open to a diss track if he's on it. But otherwise, I don't do the rap beef shit.
Wow. So yeah, because that is something a lot of people say is like, oh, Blueface took Frosty and Almighty's style when he came out. He sort of ran off with it, yada yada.
Yeah. And then people say that the same shit about Draco. Draco's like the OG pioneer, like Shoreline. Everybody took his shit. So
that's true.
I feel like it's like they all got their own wave, their own style. They might have taken inspiration here and there, but they all got their own thing going.
Right. But okay, so you're definitely riding with Blueface. Are you a Crip officially?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't a Crip. I'm a non-affiliate.
I'm
a non-affiliate. Nah, a lot of the people, especially because ODM Slim introduced me to some of his homies, are like a lot of my homies now, I guess, in terms of like, you know what I'm saying? His homies are Crips, but I'm a non-affiliate. I'm going to stay a non-affiliate. I don't gangbang. I never have, never will.
They didn't talk to you about it?
I don't want to speak on that, but nah, I'm a non-affiliate.
So this is how this is going to work, is you're going to have to go to the 55th Street alley.
Gotta get behind the alley. Nah, I'm a non-affiliate, y'all. I plan on keeping it that way, for sure.
We're going to go to Michael's Crafts, and you're going to buy a blue bandana. You're going to tuck it into your pocket.
Nah, I definitely ain't trying to get put on unless it's to a bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, gang stuff, respect to the people that do it, but that ain't really, like, an interest for me. You know?
Bro, but, okay, so going into that first interview, did you know anything about Suspect?
About Suspect?
The one with Sharp. Did you know anything about him?
Bro, I'm going to be honest. When he introduced me to him, he's like, this is my homie that been doing it, but he didn't tell me his name. I was like, I don't know this dude. His voice sounds familiar. Then I realized I had been listening to him as a rapper, but I just knew him as a rapper. I didn't know him about anything else, and I still don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, but then by the time you did the second interview, were you a little bit more educated about him and stuff?
Yeah, then I did my homework a little bit, but I still wasn't looking into his personal business and shit like that.
Right.
I was more just looking into his music because I fuck with people based on their music a lot of times.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. So okay. I mean, I really think we got to get at the heart of this, though. Is like, like, what is the actual goal in terms of what you're gonna build from all of this, Kelpy? We got to figure it out because it's like that's the real question that everybody wants to figure out. Is like, how is this fucking kid gonna monetize all this attention? Because it's a tricky thing to sort of capture that energy and create something out of it in the long run. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I got a few options. I'm open to doing definitely music. I just need to get more focused on that. YouTube, I want to do like a just a channel detailing my life type shit, but I know there's only so far you can go with that without being incriminating. So right now, I'd say music is still my thing. I just need to get on my shit more.
Well, how did you feel when everybody felt like you were just incriminating the fuck out of yourself on Soft White Underbelly? Because that was definitely my reaction. Is like, this seems very unnecessary. I don't know why you want to put this spotlight on yourself. Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, it was all for money. It was trying to like promote my girls and stuff like that and just get ahead in it. But at the same time, you know, the game, a lot of it comes from building a name for yourself. So I was trying to do that at the same time. But, you know, I was saying once I got on No Jumper, I was like, okay, now I made it a little bit more. Right. So I can start doing more legal shit in terms of music and YouTube. YouTube's really my thing right now. Like, that's what I'm enjoying because it's actually paying me a lot more than the music is.
Well, what do you feel like they want to hear you speak on? And how are you making money off that? Just from making videos? Or is it from like the live stream and
shit like that? I haven't even gone live yet. I'm going to start doing that too. But now it's just been ad revenue. Talking about, I made videos about like the game. I made videos about like my incidents here, obviously, and just reactions to shit like that. But I'm trying to get into like a I guess reactions and different types of content that like primary like main YouTubers do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Damn. Kelpy, tell me more about yourself. I feel like there's a lot.
Yeah, most definitely.
There's a lot that we don't know, because really, like, what do we know about Kelpy? Like, we know that you were introduced to this game at a young age. Let's go deeper, because I feel like that's the stuff that we haven't really truly fucking embraced throughout all our time on camera.
So, I mean, at heart,
we've been on camera for 9 minutes prior to this interview, for the record.
Yeah, no, we've been focusing on other shit, but not at heart, bro. I was just a kid that was came from some hard circumstances. I started doing drugs. I started needing to find a way to support my drug habits. I was cracking cars, and then I started trapping, and then I was doing pretty well trapping. That was like, everybody knew me as like trap star in my area, and I was doing that. I'm not gonna say what I was doing, but y'all, you know what I was doing. Yeah. And then that ended when I got raided. So then I jumped into this new thing, trying to help out my friends, and I still kind of do both, but like the game, and then now the legal money is like what I'm at. But yeah, it really all started from, you know what I'm saying, like a hard childhood.
Where were your parents in all this when you kind of turned to the streets?
I was living with my grandparents.
Where are your parents at?
They was fighting amongst themselves at home, trying to raise my other siblings, but still, chaotic household, out and into the house and stuff like that. So I was really just like staying with friends, staying with girls, and then with my grandparents too.
Right. And this was all in the OC area for the most part?
Yeah, Orange County. Yeah, that's pretty much like where I stayed my whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, Orange County, it's not a small place. It's huge. So I bounced around like different parts of Orange County. I've seen the rich areas. I've seen the broke areas.
A lot of people were very intrigued by you claiming that Orange County was as bad as Compton.
Okay, I think a lot of people took that out of context. What I meant when I said that it's as bad as Compton is I'm saying like Santa Ana's got spots that have the exact same crimes going on in almost the same numbers. They got the heavy gang culture just like Compton does.
Right.
But I don't want to say it's as bad as Compton or on the same level, but I mean, you can get smoked pretty easily in both spots. You can get robbed. You can get mugged, all that kind of stuff. So
Santa Ana Civic Center is fucking homeless encampment.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't know if it is anymore, but it was for a while.
No, yeah, right by the Angel Stadium in Anaheim.
It was going down over there?
Yeah, it was going down.
Because I remember when it was totally clear and there was no homeless people.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden we go there, like I hadn't been there for 6 months, and it's like a shitload.
Yeah.
And then I go there 6 months later and it's just fucking everyone. There's just millions of homeless people.
There's so many rich people that do live in Orange County. They got to commute down those, like, even though they're not as nice of areas, they got to commute through those areas to get to their jobs. So they want that shit gone. It's going to get gone. They clean that shit up.
Really?
But, you know what I'm saying? Those people got to go somewhere. Most of the time they just move to a different spot, still in Orange County.
Right.
So, the shit that comes with poverty is going to remain.
I think that you're approaching it the opposite way that you should be, though, because you're acting like you're down to make money off girls on like a street level, and you're not interested in the OnlyFans money. The OnlyFans money is the shit that scales. If you're able to create a platform and consistently put those girls on the platform and get people to sign up for their OnlyFans, that's the revenue stream that you want to be taking a percentage of.
And as far as going and managing girls' OnlyFans, I'm full-fledged in that right now. I'm only trying to go up from there. But I thought you meant when I said OnlyFans, like in terms of me being a porn star getting on OnlyFans.
How do you feel about that idea? That's a great idea.
I mean, I know people have been requesting it from me. People have been telling me I should do it.
To the
Hop
list.
on my girls' OnlyFans shit. But I don't know. Like, that's a big step.
You don't think you're built for it?
It's not that I'm not built for it. It's just that I've heard so much from like some of my partners in the game that are like in the game like that, telling me like, you don't need to be tricking your dick on camera type shit to get bread out of a bitch.
That's fair.
I'm not opposed to it though.
Right.
Like, shit, you might have just given me an idea.
Be
right
real.
there.
You think you got a Johnny Sins cock, or you think you're more modest?
I think I could definitely get some fans going. Most
Yeah?
definitely. Yeah, 100%. Definitely above average. I think motherfuckers will fuck with me.
We were doing a podcast earlier today where my friend Danny Mullen said that he exclusively watches porn with guys with tiny dicks because it's more relatable.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even watch porn unless it's like some lesbian shit.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't even want to see a dick in there at all?
I don't want to see nobody's dick. No, I don't want to see a man fucking a woman. I don't want to see a naked man in general.
I'm the
period.
opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I need a dick in there. Otherwise, it doesn't
Shit,
feel like anything's
that don't
happening.
work for me, bro. That really don't work for me. I mean, maybe when I was younger, when I was just watching whatever like the main video was and shit, but I don't even really be watching porn.
I can't even watch oral. I need to see full on penetration, dick in
you
vagina.
Tripping, bro. I was never like that.
You don't like that?
Nah.
What the fuck?
If anything, like I don't want to see the dude in it. I just want to see the bitches. If there happened to be a dude in it when I was younger, like I would watch it if it was a fine ass bitch. But I don't even be watching porn.
Do you
like
think it's
that no
gay?
more. I think it's kind of just not my thing.
It's on the spectrum.
Yeah, I guess it's on the spectrum.
Jerking off is kind of gay. You're touching a dick. It's your own dick, but
yeah, I mean, you're touching your own dick.
Still,
you do that
like,
when you're fucking a bitch, though.
the average guy, their dick is probably like your dick. It's not that far away from you jerking off some other guy.
I'm not touching nobody else's dick. Like, I don't know. I think when you're fucking, if you're not touching your own dick, like,
there's other guys out there who have like exactly the same dick as you.
Probably.
And there's only so many dicks.
I mean, yeah, exactly. There's like probably different.
Although they are kind of like a snowflake, where like the veins are all different and shit.
Yeah, but see, I feel like with me, in terms of like doing porn, I would more so want to focus on the bitches because I feel like that's what most guys want to see. They want to see the bitches. So I would get in it, but I would try and keep my body out of it and keep, everything out of it other than my dick as possible.
Yeah.
Just to make it not gay and not like promote myself as a porn star.
That's why I feel so different every time I'm eating a girl's ass and the camera's on my face and her ass, and I'm just like, I feel like this is supposed to be about her and my dick, not her and my face.
Exactly.
So I feel weird that my face is in it at this moment, even though I'm like, I'm down to accept it. It just feels like this is a little different than what
you in a different level though, because you actually doing that porn shit for real. Like I haven't done any of that. I've done a few things where like a client might request like a porn tape or something. We send it, but I'm not putting it out on the internet like that.
Bro, that shit is gonna get leaked and be on Pornhub with 5 million views.
This was way before all my clout and shit. But
okay.
Yeah, nowadays I try and keep myself completely off that. I haven't done one since I did Soft White.
Right.
But it was only a few times here and there. But
well, that's that Sharp advice too. He made it clear, right? That he told you you're not allowed to do OnlyFans.
No, he didn't tell me that. Actually, I've been fucking
he probably would tell you that. Though.
I've been fucking with a lot of people that make money off OnlyFans, like serious money. So that's only promoting me to get into it more. It's making me really want to jump on that wave. Like I'm already going hard at it, but just go harder.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, you working with like all the top porn stars, I think that's the world that I'm trying to live in.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be the next Hugh Hefner in terms of like a full-time job for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I want to be out here like starting my own magazine.
We need to
see
you smashing Tiana Trump. And rapping like Slim Jesus.
Yeah, some freestyle show. I'm hitting it. I'm with that.
We got to get Slim Jesus. We need a budget. What label's going to sign you and give us a budget so that we can get the Slim Jesus feature?
Bro, is Slim Jesus like on a label or not?
No, but we're going to have to get a label to support us buying a verse from him.
I wouldn't ever collab with Slim Jesus.
You wouldn't?
Nah, definitely not.
What the fuck?
Because like, yeah, he's a white boy and I feel like a lot of people compare me to him.
Pioneer.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like somebody like Eminem I would collab with because he's a real one. But Slim Jesus like came out and said in an interview, I don't know where it was at, but he said he wasn't doing the street shit. I kind of knew it from the fake jewelry and shit.
Right.
And just his homies didn't look like they were about it. So
I think that was a mistake. I think he should have came out and said, "Yeah, I'd be spinning blocks and killing ops and all this shit," and then just like keep the deception going.
I respect him for keeping it real. Like if somebody came out perpetrating an image that they weren't about. You know,
but it's weird to look back on that because at that time we really didn't know if it was real or not. We were just kind of like trying to guess.
I mean, the real recognized real. I'll say that. Like I knew it was fake from when I seen it. Doesn't mean I didn't fuck with the song. I get lit to that shit when I hear it in the club or whatever. But I knew it was kind of phony.
But how do you feel like? Because most of this fucking pressure, most of this like controversy has really come from this sort of like very base generalization by both Sharp, Suspect, whoever that are just questioning your ability to be a pimp, a street guy, or whatever the fuck, just because. And like I was watching a clip of Sharp on his live stream or whatever, and he's just saying, "I never seen a white boy, Adam, no offense, like you, like Kelpy. I never seen a white boy who it's never been done. They never came in the game looking like that, etc." Which I feel you, but at the same time, it's like the game. If the game is a real thing, shouldn't a white person theoretically be able to do their thing within it? I mean, it's clearly happening all the time.
Yeah, no matter what color you are, if you're getting money out of bitch, like, you know what I'm saying, in that way, not just OnlyFans, then you're pimping.
But clearly, like Sharp is talking about pimping or whatever in the sense of like there being a specific culture associated with pimping. Obviously, Sharp knows that there are white pimps. I'm sure Sharp has probably met 100 white pimps in his day. It's just, I think he perceives that as fundamentally different than being like, you know, doing what you did where you came out in the fucking fur coat in the Soft White Underbelly interview or whatever. Is that accurate? Yeah,
I feel like that's pretty accurate to his opinions. But I mean, look at like the mob dudes from back in the day, like 1930s, 20s, 40s, all that. Technically, like they was moving prostitutes in big scale operations and shit. I mean, they're the real pimps.
I mean, listen, any country that has white people is going to have white criminals, and especially in a country
that has people.
that is primarily white people, then the portion of the society that is committing crimes is going to be white.
Exactly.
I mean,
you go to Europe, there's probably like a good amount of prostitution, drug dealing, all that. Like
tons.
It's going to be white people doing it. It's going to be black people doing it. It's going to be Asian people. Whatever is there is going to be doing crime.
We're going to fight for our right to be white scumbags.
Bro, that's what so many people be saying, like, oh, you can't be doing this shit simply because you're white. And
Right.
I mean, I'm Mexican. I'm white and Mexican.
Oh,
but,
really? I didn't even know that.
It's just crazy that, like, people want to say you can't be doing something because of the color of your skin.
Racism is still alive.
It's very alive. And the
we are
people that
both
hate it
victims
so
of this.
much openly, they're just promoting it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's fucked, but that's how it is.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's just part of me not understanding the whole pimp thing is that there is a culture that is so specific that a white guy would be basically excluded from it. Like that's kind of foreign to me.
Yeah, I got you.
But, you know, I'm willing to accept that, I guess. But it doesn't seem like that world is going to really like scale that well in the long term if we do have racial you know, quotas to meet.
Exactly. That's the whole problem is with racism alive, then there's always going to be like, you know, blocks and obstacles for people of the race that those people don't want to associate in any given group.
You feel like you get along well with black people?
I get along with everybody as long as they're a cool dude. I mean, I got friends that are black, I got enemies that are black, I got friends that are white, I got enemies that are white.
You got enemies who are black? Who are your enemies? Why do you have enemies?
But I got enemies just from shit I've done in the past, like not even related to like, you know what I'm saying, hard crime
You
or
got like
anything
a King
that.
Von past?
No, nah.
okay, no.
I was never the type to be out here like, you know, shooting people up or none of that because I stay out the way.
Right.
My thing was focusing on the money, staying out the way. And the only reason I even put myself out there like in the way on social media was for more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But while adhering to the street code, if I can get money doing it, I'm going to do it.
But have you had any legal issues since you did the Soft White Underbelly interview? Or
Since then, nah.
you don't have any reason to believe that the cops are paying extra attention to you or whatever?
I do have reason to believe that they are, but I haven't really like noticed that they are, so I'm gonna just pretend they're not doing it and keep living my life.
Right. I feel like it wouldn't really become a problem until you had a case, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, look at all this evidence we have.
Yeah, but at the same time, like obviously everything I talk about pimping and trapping and all that's all a joke. You know, that's not. I never done anything. I never committed a crime in my life, so.
Right.
It's all entertainment.
I'm sure they'll totally buy that.
Probably. if the jury's watching this, guys, I swear to God.
We don't even know if there's gonna be a jury.
I don't know. Might lock me up, throw away the key without judge, jury, or execution.
What do you view as a successful life? Like where do you see yourself 10 years from now, or how do you picture this all panning out for you?
Successful life for me is being like as moderately known as possible. I don't want to be getting stopped when I'm at the mall trying to get people to take pictures with me and stuff. I just want to be like, you know what I'm saying, the real ones recognize me. I got money to live comfortably. I don't need to be the richest dude in the world. I don't want to be involved in all that, you know what I'm saying, New World Order bullshit. But as long as I got money to live comfortably, buy what I want.
So you think the Illuminati is an option?
No, definitely not.
It might be at some point, though.
I mean, they probably invite me to join, but I ain't getting on that shit.
You are white.
Hey, that's true.
I heard Jay-Z's in it, too, though.
I don't doubt that. I feel like once you get to a certain level in terms of like popularity, fame, money, you kind of just get no other choice but to join.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get to that level though. I just want to live comfortably.
They do some Epstein shit. They dupe you into sleeping with an underage person, and then they keep the video over your head, Kelpy. That's how they're going to get you.
They're going to find something.
Aren't you like 18? You probably don't have to worry
19,
about that.
Yeah,
19, yeah.
Still a teenager.
I don't think Epstein's not going to be able to get you.
I hope not.
Maybe if he gets a really egregious age difference.
If he brings himself back to life.
Maybe if you eat a turd or something.
Yeah, shit. Nah, but
you can't do that on OnlyFans.
You can't?
You can't eat shit.
I know that there's some like I mean my bitches ain't into that. I ain't into that obviously, but
it's just a fun fact.
Yeah, there's some weird shit that they be trying to block on OnlyFans. My bitch has gotten her video deleted once.
What was it for?
I think it was too much nudity or like
too
explicit.
How do you go
I don't know,
naked?
zooming in on camera, some shit like that.
Well,
maybe
okay.
she got a strike.
I heard that there's a rule against banging yourself with anything besides a sex toy.
Really?
So if you put a banana up your pussy or whatever, that might be against the rules, which makes no sense to me. But
shit,
apparently,
so if a bitch using a cucumber or something?
I mean, I heard this
crazy.
just in relation to to the credit card companies or whatever, that these are the kind of restrictions that they put in place to basically avoid.
Also, with the credit cards, it's not even OnlyFans doing it.
OnlyFans would probably have no rules besides like nothing illegal.
That's what I would
if it
think,
wasn't for the fact that the credit card
Okay.
companies basically like put pressure on them to have like think about it.
Always got to follow the money.
Think about it. Like the credit card company, same thing with Pornhub. Like Pornhub for a long time, there was a bunch of child porn on there apparently, and like young girls and shit like this. And the credit card companies basically were like the main ones putting pressure on Pornhub. Like we're gonna stop fucking working with you unless
respect to them for that.
you create an environment that has all kinds of checks and balances, so that shit is not. and having uploaded stuff on Pornhub in the past few months, it's like even just to get approved and stuff, we had to go through a lot, which is how it should be. You should not be able to go on Pornhub and just upload any random fucking video because that video could be an underage girl. It could be,
and people save that shit,
anything.
send it out, sell it. Yeah, nah. I respect
the world
them
does
for
not
doing
need
that.
a platform in which is just super easy to like because the reality is that does exist. You could upload that same fucking video to Reddit or 4chan, Twitter, whatever the fuck. But
if people want something, they're gonna find it, and that's what I see as like a justification for a lot of the illegal activities that other people participate in, not including myself, but drug dealing and pimping and all that. There's always going to be a market for that. So if you can get money off it, people are going to get it regardless. Why not do it?
What do you think needs to happen in order for you to be on good terms with suspect at some point? Do you think that that's a possibility? How could you imagine that playing out?
I'm saying we need to get that boxing match going. We need to run the Fade a fair one, and then I'll be cool with them after that. Some AD. What's his name? Something
AD
Mac.
and China Mac?
Yeah, AD China Mac
Something
shit.
Mac, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Macs,
No,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying? But, AD China Mac where they just, did it behind closed doors. But if we can capitalize off, that would be dope too.
Right.
But I feel like that would be the thing that got us cool,
So you don't think that you guys could be on good terms unless there was a fight at some point?
We gotta fight it out. We gotta fight it out for sure.
I respect you having that opinion. Because,
yeah, and I mean, like, no hate to the dude's hustles or anything like that, but just the way he behaved, the way I behaved to him, I feel like there's tension between the both of us. We got to fight it out.
Clearly. I mean, we didn't make it 9 minutes into that fucking podcast. That was what was a shame is that I was like, oh, this podcast is going to be viral as fucking do numbers before the fight. Like, I was like, oh, this is going to be great.
It was going up, yeah.
And then that happened, and I immediately was like, oh, actually, this is not going to do any numbers. We're not going to put this out. And then it ended up actually doing
but
like
deep
the
down,
craziest.
you knew it was going to do double the numbers once that fight broke out.
Once I realized that, like, oh, shit, maybe we can put this out.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, at that point, bro, it was one of the craziest things that happened
think
on the
about
show,
how hard it is to get like 20 or 30 people in this fucking office to keep quiet about it. Especially when you're DMing people back and telling them about it, and then it's getting posted on Reddit immediately.
I fucked up with that because this one dude who was already fucking with me, like supporting me and shit like that.
Right.
I think he's in a gang or in the gang or something like that. But he was fucking
Another
with
option.
me. Yeah, I mean, he was fucking with me, and then he hit me up like, yo, bro, I'm tapped in with no jumper. One of the assistants leaked to me that this happened. And so I wasn't going to deny it. I was like, bro, how'd you find out? Yeah, this is what happened. I gave him a little rundown on it.
Right.
But I didn't get into detail or nothing. But I also wasn't planning on keeping it quiet forever.
Right.
I just didn't want to run to the internet and start cloud chasing off it right away.
I mean,
without,
even if, like, my whole attitude about it was, even if there's a fucking DM screenshot of Kelpy admitting to it.
Yeah.
If I never admit to it, and if there is no footage because the footage just disappears or whatever, I'm like, I don't understand how. Now I was happy once I realized that we could actually have an adult conversation about
100%.
it. But I also felt like I was going to be able to get pretty far by just denying that it ever even happened because
people are still talking about it.
Let's be real. If I've spoken to lawyers about similar situations, but if there's no police report and there's no like physical evidence or anything, then it's kind of like hard to even prove that it ever existed.
Because it could have been staged for all the police know or anything. And I'm not the type to go file a police report.
Well, I appreciate
what I'm saying? I went home and I chilled. Fucked the bitch and that's it, It was like just another day in the life.
You didn't use that as an opportunity to take more kratom?
Well, no, I was on kratom when it happened, which is why like I wasn't really. I was slow reaction. I wasn't in pain. I was still kind of like.
Listen, if I had to get stitches, I'm using that as an opportunity to pop some fucking Norcos or Vicodins or something.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I got off all that shit, so kratom is my thing now. Yeah. If I see somebody puts a real oxy or hydro or some drink in front of me, bro, I'm gonna take everything in front of me. So I need to get away from that shit, and kratom is my way to get away from.
You ever heard of Lil White?
No.
There's a song by Lil White called "Pop Another Pill." Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're gonna see a little bit of yourself.
I might have to bump that.
It's an old ass song, but you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this was kind of like the prototype for me."
I'm gonna relapse on that shit,
That's
bro.
not why I'm suggesting this at all.
I'm gonna check it out though. Nah, I'll just pour up another cup of kratom or some shit.
Yeah. Pour up the kratom. No, I think that's a good idea though. Like the signature Kelpy kratom brand makes a lot of sense.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I need either a sponsorship from the brand I'm fucking with right now. No free promo till y'all give me a bag. But if I could get my own strain, my own brand, something like that going, bro.
But is there anybody out there doing that?
Oh fuck yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with that. What actually happened is not really the best endorsement of kratom.
Okay,
although if you want to be
that,
laid back,
but
if there's no assailants about.
And there was no pain from it. That kratom really took away any pain that I may or may not have felt. So, I mean, is it really a bad influence for kratom? Like, I feel like it could be a good promotion right there.
You're making me want to tap back in.
I don't promote anybody to do kratom or none of that, but if you are addicted to like opioids, because we're in an epidemic of that shit, try the kratom. If it works, it works, and stay away
Would
from
you
that
say
shit.
It's comparable in any way?
What do you mean by
like,
that?
is it actually similar in effect? Like, is it actually like an opiate if you have enough of it? It's that intense?
No, I mean, unless you're doing fentanyl, because one of the bitches I was with, she's in rehab right now, actually. She was here for the fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, she's in rehab now, doing better. She was fucking around with some harder opioids, and I gave her some kratom just to try, because I was trying to wean her off of the drugs. I don't like my bitches on drugs.
Right.
And it didn't hit her at all. Whereas my other girl, she does kratom, and she gets higher than I do.
Really?
So it feels like if you take like 20 milligrams of hydrocodone, if you pour up a big enough couple scoops.
See, the shit that I took was just from a gas station, like a shopping mall plaza in Florida.
No, that shit's boof.
They don't got the good shit?
Not at all. You got to get that shit online, and there's very few companies that have like quality shit. They import it in bulk from like the spot where it's grown at. They got their factory down there.
I'm having a vision. It's us getting a kratom sponsorship as a result of this episode.
Shit,
they better tap in and send me some free samples.
We talking about that shit because, I mean, I'm being honest, as a personal everyday user, it works.
Really?
It really does work, yeah.
Wow.
Helps with drug addiction, helps with pain, helps with stress, anxiety, all that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kratom.
Again, shout out to Kratom for real.
Damn, so I'm trying to picture how this fucking fight could actually happen because I feel like it could definitely happen.
It's got to be like a celebrity boxing type thing. We train for, say, a month each, right? Suspect trains, I train.
Right.
We get worked out, hit the gym, all that. And then we come in, we got a ref, we get our gloves on, you know, or whatever, and we have a fair fight.
Free Crip,
you know
We need him on the card.
Yeah.
We almost had a boxing match with him.
That's another thing is like there's so many other people that want to participate in that have been talking to me about setting it up that I feel like we could have a whole ass card going with a lot of people on it. A lot of different big ass names.
Yeah, I could definitely imagine our Kratom sponsor being heavily involved with us as
real
well.
Shit. A little before and after drink.
The Kratom Championship or something.
Sure,
yeah.
we need that shit going.
What's like the best? Well, I don't want any shout outs,
I'll give you a good strain though. Red Cali. Red Cali.
Red Cali.
Yeah,
that's what I need to Google.
I don't know if the brand that I fuck with is going to come up if you search that strain, but that's a popular strain.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, the red strains feel the most like the opioids.
Could you imagine yourself podcasting with Sharp again at some point?
Sharp I fuck with. Me and Sharp, we FaceTime for probably 3 or 4 hours after the first interview.
Right.
And he actually told me he was going to do another interview. He's like, bro, we need to do another interview.
The fact that Sharp had 4 hours to FaceTime you is kind of amazing to me. I'm not
he's
gonna
a real
lie.
one. I fuck with Sharp.
Yeah.
I fuck with Sharp. Me and him are on good terms.
So was he in any way, because I'm going to be honest with you, we have a group chat, Sharp's in the group chat.
Okay,
Sharp did not have a lot to say after the suspect and you situation happened. He kept his opinion relatively close to his chest.
I respect that,
he didn't say as much as I thought that he might say as somebody who was kind of like involved with this, at least he was on the first episode.
Yeah.
But looking at that, how did he talk about it to you? Because there were a lot of people saying you don't get any points for beating up on a white dude who's smaller than you, yada yada yada.
Yeah, I feel like size didn't really have nothing to do with that, age, none of that. But Sharp and me have not talked about the fight.
Oh, really?
And me and Sharp, we got each other's numbers, we got each other's contacts, we FaceTime every now and then, but we have not spoken about the fight. And in fact, I don't know if he's reacted to the fight or spoken on it himself. Really? Until you just brought that up, I didn't even know he had.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, no, he hadn't. He didn't really say much. He might have hit me up separately about it, I think. But he just was like, didn't seem like he didn't make his opinion immediately known. Okay. And if you think about it, it's like a pretty easy thing for him to weigh in on. I'm sure people would like to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, 100%.
See, I
respect him for doing that though, because it wasn't really his beef. Right. So for him to stay out of it, it just shows, he's a real one. He keeps it solid.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Who would be your dream collab in terms of like another content creator that you'd like to work with? In
terms of like a YouTuber or a musician?
Either way. Nowadays, you could be a content creator like Kai Cenat, and you're having Blueface and all these other people coming in and doing your shit.
Yeah.
Who could you imagine yourself really creating some fire content with? Because I'm trying to think of like what the next Kelpy interview is going to be. It would be kind of easy to just have Sharp pull back up and have him do it. But I imagine there's got to be some other fucking personalities we can involve.
Yeah. Now, my dream content creator, I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to give you one for music. I'm going to give you one for YouTube. Yeah. My dream content creator for YouTube would probably be, I'd say Sinful to P, honestly.
I don't think I know him.
Yeah, Sinful. He's involved in the game. Okay. I think he probably knows Sharp. If you want to get in contact with him or whatever. But he's done a few videos on me. But I just fuck with the way he talks and tells his story and everything like that without being incriminating. So, dream content creator probably him. But dream music, like if I was to have a collab with some rapper or some musician, I would probably have it be like either Bad Bunny or Eminem.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to do a song in Spanish with him. That would be dope as fuck. Yeah.
How's your Spanish?
I mean, I could speak it. I can understand pretty much everything, but I grew up in a household where my mom spoke only Spanish to me until my sister was born, and then my sister hated speaking Spanish, so she switched to English, and then I kind of had to learn it on my own.
Really?
But I can get by. I've been in Mexico a bunch of times. I can get by.
Damn. So do you consider yourself a foo? Oh,
100%, bro. Like most of my homies, especially being from Orange County, like even though I'm not with the gang life, they all, you know, they got their tres and shit like that. They're involved. They speak Spanish, Spanglish, whatever. But I grew up on Mexican food. I grew up, you know, around my mom's side of the family because my dad doesn't got enough siblings, and they're all Mexican. So yeah, I mean, I look white, but inside I'm full brown.
you're a diverse white boy.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You could fit in.
I can fit in any situation because I don't really look at race like that. I look at it as like I'll judge a person based on their characters and their actions, not really on color of their skin or how they speak or what language they speak or where they come from. You know.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that we need to know at this time while we work on what the next Kelpy episode is going to be and who we're going to involve?
Y'all stay running up my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Keep those views coming in. Keep getting me paid. Keep following up with what's going on. And, yeah, just wait because we got big shit in the works.
And if you guys want to be elected to appear on an episode with Kelpy, feel free to pitch your shit in the comments or tweet at me or whatever the fuck because, you know, it would be fun to put together some interesting episodes. Hopefully that don't end in fisticuffs. But,
yeah, real shit. But if you think you could be a good collab with me, yeah, definitely tap in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Lil Kelpy. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support gang.
Hell yeah.